Welcome to the English listening test. Before you begin, please watch the reference video. You can find the link in the description below. Question 1. According to the video, why do overhead power lines exist instead of underground cables? A. They carry more electricity per unit of wire. B. They are a fraction of the price and much easier and faster to maintain. C. They are required by British law for safety reasons. D. They are less dangerous to wildlife and the environment. Time to think. The correct answer is B. The speaker states that overhead lines are a fraction of the price of underground cables and much easier and faster to maintain. When there is a fault, a team can simply climb the tower rather than bringing in heavy equipment to dig up cables. Question 2. What is described as the role of National Grid in Britain's energy system? A. To generate electricity at power stations across the country. B. To sell electricity directly to homes and businesses. C. To move energy around the country by connecting generation sources to the network. D. To build and operate offshore wind farms. Time to think. The correct answer is C. The National Grid representative clearly states, National Grid's role is to move energy around the country. We don't generate energy. We just connect it to our network. Question 3. How many pylons does the National Grid currently operate, and approximately how much does each one weigh? A. 10,000 pylons, each weighing approximately 15 tons. B. A. 15,000 pylons, each weighing approximately 20 tons. C. 22,000 pylons, each weighing approximately 30 tons. D. 30,000 pylons, each weighing approximately 25 tons. Time to think. The correct answer is C. The video states, so we have 22,000 pylons. Each pylon weighs approximately 30 tons. It also mentions 4,500 miles of overhead line and 900 miles of underground cable. Question 4. What types of roles do people train for at the National Grid Training Center near Eakring? Of only pylon climbers and tower safety inspectors. B. Overhead line operators, substation teams, and drone and helicopter pilots. C. Power station engineers and turbine maintenance technicians. D. Electricians and underground cable installation specialists. Time to think. The correct answer is B. The training center manager explains that trainees become overhead line operators who climb towers and respond to faults, conduct visual inspections, operate drones and helicopters, and work as substation teams who clean and replace equipment. Question 5. Why was the National Grid Training Centre built in the heart of England, near the Midlands and Yorkshire? A. The area had the cheapest and most available land in Britain. B. Government policy required all training facilities to be in central England. C. Many power stations were located there because coal was mined in that region. D. It is equidistant from all corners of Britain for logistical convenience. Time to think. The correct answer is C. The speaker explains, this training center was built in the heart of the country because a lot of the power stations were around here, in the Midlands and Yorkshire. Because a lot of the coal that fueled those power stations was being dug up around here. Question 6. Why does each arm of a pylon carry a different phase of electrical power? A. To reduce the total weight distributed across the tower structure. B. To allow workers to replace each arm independently without shutting down the whole line. C. To prevent the three phases from interacting with each other on the wires. D. To comply with international electrical safety standards. Time to think. The correct answer is C. When Tom Scott asks about different phases on different arms, the worker confirms it, and Tom immediately says, because otherwise the three would kind of interact with each other on the wires. This is why bottom, middle, and top arms each carry a separate phase. Question 7. What does the video reveal about the scale of infrastructure Britain needs to build in the coming years to meet its energy goals? A. It needs to build twice as much infrastructure in the next 7 years as it did in the last 30 years. B. It needs to construct 5 times as much infrastructure in the next 7 years as in the last 30 years. C. It needs to replace all existing pylons with T-pylons within a decade. D. It needs to install 100 gigawatts of offshore wind capacity by 2030. Time to think. The correct answer is B. The National Grid representative states, as it stands, we know that we need to construct 5 times as much infrastructure in the next 7 years as we have in the last 30. This is needed to connect the government's target of 50 gigawatts of offshore wind by 2030. That's all for today's test. Comment your score below and subscribe for daily listening tests.